Picture this. It's Monday morning. You start your car, everything sounds fine. You pull out of the driveway heading to work. When suddenly that little red oil can icon flashes on your dashboard. Just for a second. Then it disappears, you shrug it off. Probably nothing, you think, and keep driving. A few days later, there's a faint ticking noise. Maybe it's your imagination, maybe it's real. But that tiny sound? That's how it begins, and more often than not, the problem isn't your oil itself. It's something most drivers never even think about. The oil filter. Be honest. When's the last time you even thought about it? You probably change your oil regularly, right? But the filter, it stays. And that's like brewing fresh coffee every day. Using the same old filter over and over again. At some point, all you're getting is sludge. That sludge doesn't just sit there. It circulates through your engine, grinding away at metal, wearing down parts, and silently shortening your engine's life. Today, I'm going to show you why that little filter matters way more than you think, the warning signs you should never ignore, and how to protect your engine before it's too late. Stay with me. This one might literally save your car's life. Background. What does the oil filter actually do? Before we talk about the warning signs, let's understand what this small cylinder under your hood really does. Your oil filter is like the kidney of your engine. It keeps everything clean as oil flows through the system. When your engine runs, the oil pump circulates lubricant through tight channels, bearings, pistons, anywhere metal meets metal. Along the way, tiny bits of metal, soot, and dirt break loose. And that's where the oil filter comes in. It traps those particles, holds them, and prevents them from re-entering your engine. Think of it this way. Imagine brewing coffee every morning, but never changing the coffee filter. At first, it's fine. After a few days, it's clogged, and what comes through is thick, bitter, dirty water. That's exactly what happens inside your engine when the oil filter is clogged. And once that filter is full, pressure drops. Oil can't circulate properly. The thin protective film between moving parts disappears, and metal starts grinding directly against metal. Here's the worst part. You don't see it happening. No smoke, no explosion, no drama. Just a quiet, invisible decline until the engine fails. So remember, your oil filter isn't a side part. It's a silent guardian. A $10 component that can decide whether your engine lasts 50,000 or 300,000 miles. Problem. The hidden danger of a clogged filter. You see this all the time in the workshop. A customer pulls in, a bit worried, says the engine's making this weird ticking sound. You pop the hood, check the oil, looks fine. Start the car. And there it is, and that dull, metallic knocking, irregular, uneasy, like a heartbeat that's off rhythm. Then suddenly, silence. The engine stalls, open the filter, and it's obvious, completely clogged. No oil getting through. Inside, it's black, thick, sticky, like tar. That's what happens when you ignore the signs. Without proper oil flow, the entire system collapses. Pressure drops, lubrication disappears, and the laws of physics take over. Metal grinds on metal, bearings seize, pistons scrape, and within minutes, total engine failure. We once had a BMW E46 come in. Beautifully maintained exterior. Polished, clean, cared for. But the oil filter? 3 years old. Oil could barely get through. The crankshaft was scored, the bearings destroyed. A repair bill of nearly $4,000, and because of a $10 part. And the scary thing? It happens quietly. No smoke, no loud bang. Just slow, silent damage. A clogged oil filter is like a blocked artery. You don't notice it until it's too late. Main section. The 5 warning signs. Your oil filter is about to fail when your oil filter starts dying. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't scream for attention. It whispers. But if you listen carefully, your car gives you clear warnings. Here are the 5 most important ones, and what they actually mean. The oil pressure light, that little red oil can on your dashboard, everyone's seen it, almost nobody cares. But it's often the very first sign something's wrong. When the filter clogs, oil pressure drops. The computer senses it instantly and triggers the light. Most drivers think it's a sensor glitch, but that's your engine's way of saying, help me. If the light stays on, it's usually already bad news. The engine's running dry. Rule number 1, never ignore the oil light. Stop, check your oil level and the filter. Every minute you keep driving could mean hundreds in repair costs, loss of power, or a sluggish engine. When your filter is blocked, your engine struggles. It feels lazy, unresponsive, like it's fighting itself. That's because friction increases. Moving parts aren't properly lubricated, and the motor loses efficiency. I once had an Audi A3 in the shop. Owner thought the injectors were bad. Nope, the oil filter was choking the system. After replacing it, full power restored. Smooth as new. Pro tip: if your engine feels sluggish, check the filter, not just the oil level. They work hand in hand. Dirty or dark oil? Right after an oil change, here's a sneaky one. You change your oil, pour in fresh golden fluid, and within days it's pitch black again. That's not normal. It means the filter isn't doing its job. Either it's clogged or it's letting contaminants slip through. Pull the dipstick, rub a drop between your fingers. If it feels gritty, like fine sand, you've got metal particles in the oil. That's your engine slowly grinding itself apart. At that point, the filter isn't a protector anymore. It's a traitor inside your engine. Strange noises. Knocking, ticking, or rattling, an experienced mechanic can hear oil starvation instantly. The engine sounds dry, harsher, like metal tapping against metal. If you hear that ticking, especially at idle or startup, that's uneven oil pressure in the top end of the engine. We had an Opel Astra once. Customer swore it was a lifter problem. Turned out the oil filter was so clogged that barely any oil reached the cylinder head. One new filter later, silence. Remember, those sounds are not just noise. They're your engine crying for help. Overheating or a burnt smell, this one's critical. When oil stops flowing properly, heat builds up fast. Less lubrication means more friction, and that friction means heat. You'll smell it first, that sharp, burnt metallic odor, sometimes even inside the cabin. It's your oil burning, literally cooking inside your engine. We once saw a Golf 5 where the oil had baked itself onto the pistons like varnish. After that, engine done. So if you smell burning and your temp gauge climbs, stop. Immediately, check your oil and filter before you restart. Quick recap. If you notice 2 or more of these signs, don't drive. Another mile. A clean filter takes minutes to replace. An engine rebuild takes months. Listen to your car. It's always telling you the truth. You just have to listen. Solution. When and how to replace it all right. Now that you know the signs, let's talk solutions. The best way to avoid all of this? Make the oil filter part of your regular maintenance routine. Don't wait. Don't think, I'll do it next time. Do it every time you change your oil, or at least every 5,000 to 7,500 kilometers, depending on your engine and driving habits. If you mostly drive short trips or city traffic, your filter works over time. It clogs faster. Highway driving gives it a bit more life, but still, early is better than late. And let's talk about quality. Yes, filters look the same from the outside, but inside, huge difference. A premium filter holds pressure, traps even microscopic metal particles, and keeps oil flow consistent. A cheap filter? It can literally collapse from pressure, sending debris straight into your engine. When you replace it, make sure the old rubber gasket is completely removed. Lightly oil the new gasket before tightening it. And remember, hand tight only. No wrenches, that's it. 5 minutes of work, under $20, and your engine thanks you with years of extra life. Clean oil, fresh filter. It's like a reset button for your car.